afternoon, everybody. My name is Peggy, and this is Oh My Angels. Today's wonderful Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. Let's see. I want to make sure to start off with that everybody can hear me and see me okay. Have to start, make sure we're on the right foot here, right? So if you can kind of give me a shout out, let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. I'd appreciate it. I see Renee's in the house. Let's see what's going on here. See if I can get this back over here. There we go. Okay, Renee. Oh, yay, you can hear me. See, isn't this wonderful Wednesday? And it's the 1st of July. I can't believe half the year is over with. So we've only got 6 more months to get through 2026. And for some of us, we're just surviving, right? 2026 has been very trying in a lot of ways. It's been very beautiful in a lot of ways as well. So, with everything, you got to take the good with the bad. So, alrighty. I know a couple of people let me know they're not going to be here today, so it may just be a little group, but that's okay. I feel that everybody's going to be here that's supposed to be here. I'm excited. I do want to remind you, if you were here Sunday and you had a healing request, if you can, in the chat room, let me know if you thought it made a difference or no difference or whatever the scoop is, or let me know how the animal is or your person is doing compared to what they were Sunday. I had a little list going, and to tell you the truth, I set it aside. I have been praying and doing the Reiki since Sunday, and I heard just let it go, so I let it go. So it's up to you guys to step back in and let me know whether or not your baby's doing better, or if you're doing better, or your family member's doing better. I do know that a very dear friend of mine's baby, 4-legged baby, got injured and is in a lot of pain. And so, of course, I'm continuing to send Reiki and a lot of love. Of course, this baby's loved beyond measure anyway, rightfully so. So we'll send out Reiki and prayers to the baby. All right, let's see. Renee's in the house. Lori's in the house. Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much for showing up here today. And Angela's here. Hey, Angela. And Brandy's here. Hey, Brandy. Thank you guys for showing up. I think today's pretty interesting. The archangel we're going to discuss is Archangel Zadkiel. And I had a little bit of hard time pronouncing the name. I'm not real good with names that are different, because I always know that I didn't like it when I was younger and somebody mispronounced my name. So I'm always self-conscious when I go to say somebody's name, whether or not I'm pronouncing it correctly or not. But so you'll have to bear with me. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it correctly, but if not, the intent is to be there, okay? So let's see. Let's get here, and we're going to get this started. Righty. So again, I'm Peggy. This is Oh My Angels, and we're going to start the angel education segment. So today, as I was saying, we're going to talk about and meet Archangel Zadkiel. And honestly, after this week's messages about moving forward and exciting transformation, this angel feels perfectly timed. He's known as the Angel of Mercy. Archangel Zadkiel is celebrated for his compassionate nature and ability to help individuals release negativity. And boy, don't we need that right now. Whatever you've been holding on to, whether it be resentment, guilt, anger, unforgiveness, Zadkiel specializes in helping you release all of it. Some Talmudic texts claim that Zadkiel is the unnamed angel who stayed Abraham's hand, preventing him from sacrificing his son Isaac. Because of this, Zadkiel is sometimes known or shown as holding a dagger. So that dagger he is holding, it's not a weapon. It's a symbol of mercy. He took it right out of Abraham's hand. Zadkiel's been long regarded as the angel of memory, who can support students and those who need to remember facts and figures. So you guys, if you didn't get it, Zachiel, right? So let your kiddos know. I know this is summertime and they're out of the learning mode, so to speak, but remember this and have them calling them Zachiel come this fall. It'll help. The most important subject Zachiel can help people remember, though, is God's purposes for their lives. So if you have been forgetting why you started, forgetting your purpose, or forgetting how far you've come, and who doesn't do that, right? How many times have you thought, okay, well, I'm only at this point, but, maybe I should change direction, maybe I should do that. Call on Archangel Zachiel. He will remind you of exactly what you're supposed to be doing. He has a dual focus upon forgiveness and memory, can help you heal emotional pain from your past. He can work with you on releasing old anger or feelings of victimhood so that you can remember and live your divine life purpose. He does not just help you forget the painful things, he helps you heal them. That is so much more powerful. Zachiel is most strongly associated with the violet flame, which is a spiritual symbol believed to represent transformation and forgiveness. In many spiritual traditions, the violet flame represents the idea that difficult emotions or experiences can be transformed into wisdom and compassion. So imagine a beautiful violet flame burning away everything that no longer serves you, and it transforms it into wisdom. That is Zachiel's gift. He's associated with the planet Jupiter. Because of this association with Jupiter, Zachiel provides abundance, benevolence, mercy, forgiveness, tolerance, compassion, prosperity, happiness, and good fortune. So Zachiel is not just about forgiveness. He also brings abundance and good fortune. And if you guys have been listening to Mark Hudson on his show, you know that Leo is going into Jupiter tomorrow. And let me tell you, I'm a Leo and I'm really looking forward to it. As the Archangel of Jupiter, an auspicious time to make requests for aid from Zachiel is on Thursdays, which is Jupiter Day. And also, I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was an archangel for certain days of the week, which I'm learning. I'm learning right along with you guys. Like I said, when I first started doing angel readings, I tried to hedge out of it by saying, well, I've got to memorize all this, I've got to do all this, and the angels intervened and said, no, that's not how it works. When it's time for you to know, we'll let you know. So, a lot of this stuff is new to me as well. So, remember, Thursdays is Abundance Day and it's Zachiel's Day. So, if you want the abundance to come in, you can do it on Thursdays. Ask Zachiel, okay? Pardon me. Make it a habit to call on him every Thursday. When you invoke Archangel Zachiel, he imbues you with the desire and the power to free yourself from your negativity and limitation. If you desire to forgive yourself, others, the angels of the violet ray will intercede and purify the cause of this problem, thus releasing all karma. How does it get any better than that, right? And sometimes forgiving yourself is the hardest thing of all. Zachiel specializes in exactly that. He leads the angels whose energy corresponds to the purple light ray, and his aura is a deep purplish blue. People may see purple or blue light nearby when Zachiel is trying to communicate with them. So when you see flashes of violet or deep purple, that's Zachiel letting you know he's right there with you. Now, of course, people ask, well, how can I call on this particular angel, whoever we're talking about? You have to ask. It's that simple, right? But I did come up with a little prayer that I'd like to say for you. It's Archangel Zachiel, please come into my heart right now. Help me release every ounce of unforgiveness I'm carrying towards others and towards myself. Wrap me in your beautiful violet flame and transform my pain into wisdom and my anger into compassion. Help me remember my divine purpose and move forward free from the weight of the past. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then you need to watch out for the violet or purple light, because that's Zachiel saying, I heard you and I'm already working on it. Well, I've learned a lot. I hope you guys did too. He's such a gift, especially for those of us who have been carrying things we need to let go of. And honestly, who among us doesn't need a little extra forgiveness and mercy right now? Next week, we will meet another amazing angel, but right now, let's just see what the angels have for you today. Drop your questions in the chat. Zachiel's lighting up the room in violet. And let's see what you guys have to ask and see what kind of answers we can get for you today. Let's see here. There we go. Yay, everything's working today. I love Wonderful Wednesday. Okay, so we've got, let's see if anybody's put anything in here. Angela says, here to support Peggy, and I appreciate you, Angela. Brandy, Wonderful Wednesday. Pam's in the house. Hi, Peggy. None of you guys have any questions today or any comments? That's not like you. Well, I do have, there's a lot going on with myself, and you guys have been so loyal and compassionate, and you know, this whole thing with, and I keep coming back to it because I think part of me is I'm still learning. I'm still moving through the grief, learning how to live with it and cope with it. You know, there's a part of me, I get mad at myself as thinking, you know, don't need to be all teary-eyed and all emotional. And then the other part of me says, well, why the hell not, right? Because I miss him. But he's so sweet. He's coming to me at night, and I feel him. I feel his presence. And he taught me so much. And I think it's because we had such a close, loving relationship that's made it even that much harder. But, you know, it's part of life, whether you're human or an animal or whatever. You know, I'm just so beyond belief blessed that I had the relationship I had with him. And he's excited the fact that I sold the tricycle to a lady who had always wanted to learn how to ride, and but never, you know, I think she was kind of embarrassed to have somebody to, you know, to help teach her. And the tricycle has given her that confidence to where she can ride. So I know Yogi would be thrilled with that. And I have so many people saying, well, you need to go get another dog. You need to go get another dog. And I agree, and I will. But I don't really want to until 2027. And my reason behind it is Yogi's been sick off and on since the start of January, start of this year. So I have not slept that well for the last 6 months because I was afraid he would need me and I wouldn't hear him. And that's not something he asked of me. It's just I was, you know, that's your kid, you know. Like when you got a sixth baby at home, you sleep with one ear open and one eye open, right? And but I'm so blessed the fact that I got to have that connection with him. And I have days I love talking about him, and it's easy and it's breezy, and I laugh at his antics. And you know, I've told the story so many times. He could give you that "fu" look, you know, and people said, "Oh, not sweet little Yogi. Yogi couldn't do that." And trust me. A friend of mine, we went and saw her in California, and I was having to get on to him for something he had done. I don't even remember what he did, and he gave me that look, and her eyes got real big. She goes, "Oh my God, he does. He gives you." She goes, "You can tell exactly." I said, "I know, right?" But at the same time, he was so loving and so protective, and if he did something he wasn't supposed to do, he would get corrected, but he ended up making me laugh, and so it was hard to stay, you know, upset with him. He was just that kind of little angel, right? He was my earth angel. So, but you guys have been so patient with me over this, and I really appreciate it. And there's going to be days still I'm going to come on here, and I may be emotional because something came up or whatever. Just bear with me. I mean, he's part of my life, and it's just like one of my kids, you know. I have a son and I have a granddaughter, and I'll talk about them as well. It's just that Yoki spent basically 24/7 with me, so he knew me better than any other person on this earth. And a lot of the times he knew before I did that something was coming up, right? So, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Let me get this this is not refreshing here. Randy says, great prayer. I have a friend who is suffering from nausea and dizziness. She went to the ER today because she thought it was her weak heart, but it's not. Are you feeling any helpful news? And her name is Char. Let's see here. Okay, Brandy, the first thing I'm hearing is medication. Is she on a particular medication? I feel like that maybe there's a recent change in her medication. It's either a recent change in her medication, or she has a medication that now for some reason her body doesn't like it. So I don't feel like it's her heart. I do feel, I mean, that may have something to do with it, but I feel like the most thing I feel, it feels like it's a byproduct of something she's taking or eating or that's in her environment. So have her check that out, okay? It may take a bit to get things settled, to get things to where she feels normal, but we'll hold her in prayer and send Reiki as long as she's open to it, okay? And the angels, do the angels have any messages for me? Young lady, the very first thing I heard was, we told you so. And they're laughing. Your angels are such a hoot. Everything is on plan and divine timing, and your I would call your grandma is she's around you. She's excited about your move. And she's letting me know that I was right when I told you that she's right there at that house where you guys are going to be living. So she helped pick that. She's letting me know she helped pick it out. So and she's grateful that you paid attention to her instructions, and she's laughing. Let's see here. You guys, when we did the healings, the Sunday shows a little bit differently than today's. Today's just asking people to, if they have questions, I can get you answers from your angels. But I think Sunday's more family oriented for me. It's more relaxed. It's not so structured. And I really don't want Wednesdays to be as structured either. It's just I was trying to make a difference for those who have specific questions and want an answer. I want to learn about angels. We could do that here. So this is basically the angel show, right? And then the show on Sundays, even though it's still, on my angels, it's more of a, let's sit back and just chit chat and let's talk about what's going on. What I really loved about doing 1-2 Radio when I did it is I could have a game plan. I could say, okay, we're going to talk about, joy and expressing joy. And then by the time I got on air, the angels has flipped the script, and anything that I thought I was going to be talking about was something totally different. And I learned that by trusting that, I was reaching somebody who really needed the answers that came through that day. And I think that's, I'd like this show to be like that, but I'd also like Sundays to be even more so. I find for me personally, there I go again. With Yogi being gone, Sundays is family day. And so if I can do a family show to where people have a place that they can come to for a half hour or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and they can connect with like-minded people who, just want to check in and say, hey, how's it going? Are you okay today? Let's do some healings. Who's up for Reiki, or who's up for, someone saying a prayer for somebody else, or who's open to that, right? And when I say healing, you have to be careful with that because, I don't quote heal anybody. It's the energy that works through me, through yourselves. To me, it all comes through God. So, but if I can alleviate some pain or discomfort, or give some comforting words that somebody needs to hear, then that's what I want Sundays to be about. I mean, it can still, I want it to be about joy and celebration as well. I don't, nothing's off the table on Sundays, and it really is not here either. It's just I was trying to come up with a way. I love what I'm doing. I love giving readings. I love helping people. And right now it feels to me, there's a lot of us out there that, need that extra little support. And for me to give it, this is how I'm helping to heal myself with yogi and other things that come up. Know that I know that I can help other people. I've gone through so much crap in my life. People say, we don't see how you survived everything you've gone through. And there's times when I look back and I think, what are they talking about? And I'll think about whatever section of my life I was talking about and think, well, dang, I guess that to other people, that is pretty horrific. But for me, living it at the time, I just felt that I guess I thought everybody had to go through the things that I've gone through. Thank God they haven't. And it doesn't mean my stuff is so much worse than anybody else's. That's not what I'm saying. I just know that I chose some really hard lessons this time around. And if I can reach others who are going through similar lessons that they chose and let them know I made it through, that they can make it through, and that I'm here for their support, then that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And again, I think I chose, the abuse I've gone through. Did I want it to happen? No, but I signed up lessons with different people, with different situations, and based on my own free will, certain things happened, right? But I had lessons to learn, and I've learned, thank God, so many wonderful lessons. And if I can share that with somebody where somebody else doesn't have to go through that type of pain to get the lesson, then that's what I'm all about. I'm here for support. I'm here to touch your heart if I can, let you know that you're not alone. And so hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. I thought I saw... Hold on. Okay, Pamela's saying, Peggy, am I on the right track by looking for a new I can't read. In addition to going back to my natural path. PCP, in addition. Let's see. The answer I'm hearing is yes. I feel like you're close to getting the person that you need. I feel like you've got two coming in, two different people that are going to come in to help you with your path on this. You definitely need to combine the two for sure. That's what I'm hearing. They're affirming that your choice to combine the two is the right path for you, okay? For some people, it's not because of the path they're on, right? Because of whatever's going on with them chemically. But for you, they're saying most definitely, you made the right choice, and they're supporting that. And they say if there comes a time that they don't feel it's right, they'll let you know. They're saying to stay open. They're saying stay open to the possibilities that are coming your way. I feel like there's something that's going to be coming up that feels like you're a little comfortable with it, but they're saying trust. It's almost like when you hear whatever this deal is, when you hear about it, whatever, for me, when I hear truth, the hair on my arm stands up. So whatever your truth signal is in your body, that's what's going to happen when this new suggestion comes along, if you will, okay? So pay attention. You're very intuitive anyway, so listen to that. Don't second guess in yourself and think, okay, well, that's just because maybe that's what I wanted. They're saying, no, trust the guidance you're being given, okay? So it feels good for you, Pam. Yeah, she said so many people I know are really hurting right now. I mean, it's been some trying times. I know several people who have lost their beloved pets recently, and it's just, it's hard, or they've lost children, or they've lost, a loved one. But there's a lot of endings and new beginnings, right? when I was having a talk with my guides and my angels just the other night, I get very verbal. A lot of people go, well, you know, well, you should get your answers for yourself from your own angels. Well, it's not as easy for me to do for myself, because when I'm doing a reading for you guys, I'm not attached to the outcome. I can let go of ego. I step aside. The information flows through. I give you what comes through. No more, no less, right? When it's for me, me, myself, and I are going, but I, you know what I'm saying? That's ego. And so it's kind of hard to separate from that. I'm learning the differences and what I can do to help me hone in, if you will, on the right answers for me, the truth as it comes through me or to me. But, I'm just like you guys. I go through ups and downs and good times and not so good times. But I think right now, the way they showed it to me, everything, like a new month. Okay, for example, today's July 1st. Why did we make such a big deal about July 1st or any month, right? The day, first day. It's because it indicates new beginnings. It's hope. It's a new month. Yay! Golf. What do they call it? A mulligan? It's a do-over, right? So it's like, oh, whew, June's over with. I went through hell and back with June. I lost Yogi in June, so whew, I made it through that. This is July. This is gonna be a good month. Well, and it's probably not going to be perfect, and I'll probably have some, highs and lows, just because that's a life, right? But we get hopeful. We like the start of new beginnings, right? And I said that constant cycle, that security, if you will, knowing that there's new beginnings, right? But at the same time, we have to realize that the endings are just as important as the beginnings. Anybody who's gone through a divorce knows that, right? Here it's been, 30 years, maybe, probably 30 years since I was last married. And it's still, that was an ending. But there's times that I thought that I was totally over the situation, everything that happened during that relationship. And I have been up until recently. I moved back to Kansas from Arizona. I'd lived in there in the Kansas City metropolitan area since I was in 7th grade. And then I moved away in 2013. And then I came back in 2023. I moved back in 2023. And these are all cycles, new beginnings. In fact, I had an acquaintance who brought to my attention, well, since I've known you, you've moved this many times. And I'm thinking to myself, what difference does it make how many times I've moved? The fact is, I didn't stay stagnant. Every time I moved over the last 15 years, 20 years, has been because I've been guided by my angels and my guides that it was time to move on. It was time to close one door to where I could open up this next path, right? So, when I was in 9th grade, my dad had moved us. I'd been to 9 different schools, so I was used to that. And so for the longest time, to stay stagnant, to stay in one place, meant security for me. Change terrified me, right? And so the angels want us to know, though, that life is about cycles. It's about beginnings and middles and ends. That's the whole process. Yogi wasn't going to live forever, and I knew that. I knew the start of this year that I was going to lose him this year. But I didn't want it. But it's a life cycle. You have to go through that. So it doesn't matter whether you lose somebody, whether it's a death of a job, a death of a marriage, a death of someone you love. These are the cycles we go through where we can learn and grow. So, because I don't like being sad and depressed or worried or whatever. When I was younger, worrying, I was the queen of it. I mean, absolutely the queen. Nobody could top me worrying about that. I was the queen of it. And as I've got older, thank God I've learned worry doesn't do anything. It just attracts all the negative. It just brings more worry to you. So I think that's the issue that I've had with the release of yogi is the fact that it's like, okay, when's this grief going to end? It probably won't ever. But I'll learn to live with it and move forward, right? And he'll help me with that. And you guys supporting me will help me with that. And that's all you can do, and that's all you can ask of other people around you. So the thing is that we ask and we say, you know what, hey, I'm having a hard time today, need a little extra help, and you help. And for those who, are changing jobs or going through divorce, reach out to them. Let them know that they're not alone, because it's a cycle they're having to go through. It's a death of a marriage. It's the death of an idea. But then you turn around and, oh my gosh, your granddaughter is getting married, or your daughter or your son, and it's the hope is there, right? The hope, the new beginnings, right? And so to me, I woke up this morning. I mean, let's face it, full moon and Mercury retrograde on Monday, pretty darn heavy, and I was emotional all over the freaking place Monday. Yesterday was a pretty, if you want to, I'd say normal day, except for normal me have never really been associated together, but you get my drift. And then today it's back and forth, but that's okay. But I woke up this morning feeling so excited and hopeful. There's, when I look at my calendar and the things I've got going and the things that are changing in my life this month, which I will share with you guys on, let me see what day that will be. Let me check my calendar. I don't want to say it until then. Let's see, on, it'll be the end of the month, on the 29th show, or on Sunday the 26th show, I'll have an announcement to make. I'll probably do it on the 26th show, because that, I'll be excited. So, but again, there's changes going on in my life, positive changes, things I've needed to change for quite some time. And it took Yogi's passing to solidify it and to get me off my butt and get things moving. So I'm excited. And then as we go through the year, there's also some things I've already set up or got in motion, and we'll see how that plays out. But I always say, man plans and God laughs. But this first change that I'm going to be going through, it's fully supported by my guides and my angels. They're the ones that help me make the decision. So I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So just know that no matter what's going on in your life, that you can come here on Wednesdays and get answers from your guides and angels, and you can come Sunday to sit and talk or get some Reiki energy. I'm a Usui Reiki Master, a Karuna Reiki Master, and an Animal Reiki Master. And I got Animal Reiki Master because of Yogi, and because he had helped me out so much in my life, I wanted to help him out towards the end of his life. And so it came in handy. So that's why I do the Animal Reiki on there as well, as in honor of my baby. So come check us out on Sundays. But what I'm challenging everybody for is on Sundays, if you come on Sunday, bring a person's name or an animal's name that needs some extra attention, love, Reiki, and then tell me, what part of their body is hurt, or if it's emotional, whatever it is. And I will send Reiki after the show, or if there's not very many people there, I'll just do it on air. It doesn't matter. And then for those of you who don't do it on air, I'll do it after the show, and then come back Wednesday and then report in and let me know if you saw any difference, any changes. Okay, so that's what that's about. Okay, let's see here now. It says, yeah, so many people I know are really hurting, and Pam said thank you, and then sending you hugs when needed. Thank you. I'm a big hugger, and that's one of the things that has always been important to me, because a hug is, it's just the best, right? And if you notice, if you want to give and get an excellent love-filled hug, go heart to heart when you hug. Not heart to the other side, heart to heart. You'll feel the difference in the energy. It's amazing. So, yeah, I'm a big hugger. So, and that's the one thing, Yogi was a good hugger as well. So, hopefully, if you have little babies at home, you teach them how to hug because they love it. They love the extra attention, and they love giving you that comfort right back. Pardon me. Let's see here. Okay, you guys. And if nobody has anything else, I just again, I can't thank you guys enough. We're at, I think, 208 subscribers, so I'm excited, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. And again, stay positive. It's wonderful Wednesday, and until Friday, I'm wishing each and every one of you blessings, light, love, and angel hugs. Take care, everybody.